Welcome back, Patriots. Welcome back to Sons of Liberty 1773. I'm your host, Bill Bailey. Today is December 22, 2023, year of our Lord. Well, some huge breaking news out of the United States Supreme Court. They have just smacked down Jack Smith's attempt to usurp the appeal process and keep on a timeline to where they can prosecute and find Trump guilty of insurrection and imprison him before the 2024 election. Here, listen to this.
All right, let's get to that breaking news, everybody. We have got this. It's from the Supreme Court, where special counsel Jack Smith's request to immediately settle Donald Trump's immunity claim in the election interference probe, it has been denied, essentially shuttling that which Jack Smith wanted, the fast track, if you will, to decide presidential immunity. Donald Trump, of course, has asked the Supreme Court to take this case up as well. So there's a lot to get to right now because the interpretation of this could greatly sideline upcoming cases and potentially affect the 2024 election. Joining us now, we have NBC News Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Dilanian, and back with us, former U.S. Attorney and MSNBC legal analyst Barbara McQuade. Okay, let's go first to you, Barbara. What's your interpretation of this? How much does this set back Jack Smith?
Yeah, this is definitely a setback for Jack Smith, who had hoped to leapfrog the Court of Appeals and go straight to the Supreme Court. Instead, he will have to first litigate this matter in the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. Now, in the meantime, since he filed this request with the Supreme Court, the D.C. Circuit has said they would hear the question on an expedited basis. They have set oral argument in the case for January 9th. If they decide fairly quickly, then we could be back at the Supreme Court maybe within a month or so, if the court acts quickly. Or it could be that they take their time and we don't decide the case until June, in which case the trial will be delayed by that amount. So I think the March 4th trial date, either way you slice it, is in some trouble now. That doesn't mean it can't be tried before the election, but I think we're looking more at a summer trial instead of a spring trial.
And this just posted at the Gateway Pundit. Breaking, Supreme Court sends Jack Smith panicking, denies his request for a ruling on Trump's immunity argument. The U.S. Supreme Court on Friday denied Jack Smith's request for a ruling on Trump's immunity argument. Jack Smith last Monday asked the Supreme Court to weigh in on Trump's immunity claims. President Trump on Wednesday urged the U.S. Supreme Court to reject Jack Smith's request to expedite the ruling on his immunity argument. Trump's lawyers argued that Trump is immune from federal prosecution for alleged crimes committed while he served as U.S. president. Jack Smith skipped over the appellate court and went straight to the U.S. Supreme Court on Trump's immunity claims. On Thursday, Jack Smith admitted his January 6 case is currently on hold. He admitted he wants to convict Trump before the 2024 election. These are truly the Gestapo. The court denied without comment special counsel Jack Smith's request, asking the justices to circumvent the normal appeals court process and quickly decide the legal question, which looms large in Trump's criminal prosecution in Washington over allegations of election interference, NBC News reported. Jack Smith will now have to wait for the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for D.C. to make a decision. Oral arguments begin on January 9, 2024. The U.S. Supreme Court may consider the appeal after the appellate court does. However, there is a chance that the SCOTUS won't take up this case in this term, so it'll be late next summer. This is a huge victory for Donald J. Trump, our true president, and this is a defeat for the Jack Smith criminals. They wanted this, they're trying to speed up the process because they need that March trial date, because this is all about election interference. This is Joe Biden's number one political opponent. And it's obvious right now, if the election were held today, that Joe Biden loses and Trump wins. The polls every day get better for Trump and more dismal for Joe Biden. So the deep state is in panic mode, and they're trying every criminal thing, and this is criminal, to sideline our president, Donald J. Trump. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Again, think this is a huge victory. I think this was expected, that the Supreme Court just is not going to jump over the appeal process. It would be unprecedented, is my understanding. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Check mark the bell to get all notifications. And I will see you in the next video, Patriots. As always, keep praying and keep prepping Sons of Liberty out.